the mind and the senses, the role of the five gates. Ruhani Vichar, simple spiritual blog. When a seeker steps onto the path of Simran and meditation, the first and foremost struggle is stilling the mind. We may sit down in posture, but the attention won't stay. A flood of thoughts, old scenes, voices, and imaginations distract us. This isn't just because of a restless mind. It's due to the unchecked energies of the five senses. The mind doesn't wander alone. It is constantly pulled outward by the five senses: eyes, ears, tongue, nose, and skin. These are the five open gates through which the world enters the mind, continuously. Unless a guard is posted at each of these gates, the mind will never stay inward. In sight, the mind travels through the senses. When you watch something TV, social media, it imprints through the eyes. When you hear something songs, gossip, arguments, it enters through the ears. Tastes, smells, touch, all leave impressions via their respective sensory channels. Everything that enters through the senses surfaces during your Simran. Therefore, unless the senses are disciplined and purified, true meditation cannot happen. Story: The Five Gates Within. There was once a young seeker named Vivek who had taken Naam initiation with deep devotion. Every morning, he sat for meditation, but his mind never stayed focused. Images swirled before his closed eyes, songs echoed in his ears, the taste of yesterday's food lingered on his tongue. Frustrated, he went to his guru one day and asked, "Master, I sit with my full heart, then why does my mind keep running around?" The guru smiled and replied, "Son, the mind isn't walking alone. It rides on five horses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. If these horses are running outward, how will your mind ever stay still? Hold the reins of these horses. Only then will the mind travel in one direction." Vivek's transformation. That very day, Vivek began a new practice. Eyes, reduced screen time, started watching only spiritual videos and saintly images. Ears, replaced songs with bhajans, avoided arguments and gossip. Tongue, let go of food cravings, practiced mindful eating and speaking less. Nose, avoided strong perfumes and addictions, used incense in the meditation room. Touch, refrained from mindless scrolling and impulsive reactions, used his hands for service. Gradually, his mind began to settle. Where once he saw only distractions when closing his eyes, now he began to glimpse inner light. Where once words echoed endlessly, now inner sound and hadnad started humming softly. One day, he smiled and said, "Now my five gates are no longer open to the world. They open only to the Master. My mind no longer runs outward. It prefers staying within." To guide the mind riding on the chariot of senses is true self-mastery. As long as these horses run wild, meditation will only remain an effort, not an experience. But when the five sensory gates are guarded with satsang, discipline, and inner awareness, the mind naturally turns inward. Starting today, pick one of the five gates and offer it a simple discipline. Eyes, don't watch any negative content for a day. Ears, listen only to bhajans or spiritual talks. Tongue, eat simple food and practice silence. Nose, light incense in your meditation room. Touch, limit physical distractions and engage in loving service. These small acts of discipline will prepare the ground for inner stillness. A day will come when your mind itself says, "I no longer wish to go outward, I want to stay inside." If this thought touched your soul, like, comment, and share it with your spiritual circle. Read a new soulful reflection every morning at 6 a.m. Ruhani Vichar, simple Hindi blog. Follow our page Ruhani Vichar. Let your mind dive deeper, one thought at a time. Radha Soami ji.